People think time is money. Damian knew better. Time was a number, glowing red and hovering 6 inches above your skull. He sat in his usual corner of the cafe, watching the numbers tick down. The businessman in the suit, 42 years. The barista, 60 years. The old man by the window, 10 seconds. Damian counted down under his breath. 10. 9. The old man took a sip of tea. 5. 4. He looked peaceful. 3. 2. 1. The cup slipped from the old man's hand, shattering on the floor. A heart attack. While the cafe erupted into panic, Damian just sipped his coffee. He couldn't stop it. He was just the witness. Until she walked in. She ordered a latte with oat milk. Her name was Elena. She had a laugh that made the gloomy day feel sunny. Damian stared at her, mesmerized. But then his eyes drifted up. The number above her head was blinking rapidly. 23 minutes and 59 seconds, 23 hours. She was a walking corpse. She didn't look sick. She didn't look suicidal. Fate had an appointment with her tomorrow. Damian felt a pull he had never felt before. Usually, he walked away. But looking at her smile, he felt a rebellion rising in his chest. Not her, he whispered. He stood up. He approached her table. Hi, he said. This sounds crazy, but you need to come with me. Now. They walked down the street. Elena thought he was a quirky guy trying to pick her up. She didn't see the piano being hoisted up to a third-floor apartment above them. Damian watched her timer. It dropped to 5 seconds suddenly. The cable snapped. Move. Damian shoved her hard. The piano crashed onto the pavement exactly where she had been standing. Dust and splintered wood filled the air. Elena was shaking, lying on the ground. You saved my life, she gasped. Damian looked at her timer. It reset. It didn't go to 50 years. It went to midnight. He bought her another day. But then, a sharp pain shot through his chest. He coughed, covering his mouth. When he pulled his hand away, there was blood. He took her to a park to calm down. While she called her mom to say she was okay, Damian checked his reflection in a shop window. He had always avoided looking at his own timer. He looked now. 40 years had vanished. Just like that. The realization hit him like a truck. The universe required balance. He hadn't created time, he had transferred it. To give her 24 hours, he had paid 40 years. The exchange rate was brutal. He looked at Elena. She was alive. She was beautiful. He looked at his reflection. A gray streak had appeared in his hair. He had a choice. Walk away and let her die tomorrow, or stay and spend his life, literally, to keep her. Let's do everything, Damian said. Right now. They spent the next 12 hours living a lifetime. They went to the carnival. They danced on a rooftop. They ate ice cream in the rain. Every hour, Elena's timer threatened to drop to 0, a car running a red light, a mugger in an alley. Every time, Damian intervened. And every time, he aged. By sunset, his skin was paler. Lines appeared around his eyes. His walk became slower. Elena noticed he looked tired. You look exhausted, she said, touching his face. I'm just happy, Damian lied. He was dying, hour by hour, and it was the best day of his life. Night fell. They sat on a pier overlooking the ocean. Damian was struggling to breathe. His timer in the reflection of the water read 1 minute. He had 1 hour left. He had given her everything. Elena's timer was stable for now, but without him, the cycle would resume. He realized the tragedy of his gift. He had saved her, but he wouldn't be there to see her live the life he bought. "Elena," he rasped, his voice sounding like an old man's. "I have to go soon." "Go where?" she asked, laughing. "The night is young." "My night is over," he thought. He felt his heart fluttering like a dying bird. A drunk driver swerved onto the pier. It was the final test. The headlights blinded them. Elena froze. Her timer dropped to 1 second. Damian didn't have 40 years left to trade. He only had minutes. But he had enough. He summoned the last of his strength. He didn't just push her, he threw himself in the path. He slammed into her, knocking her into the safety of the water below, just as the car struck him. Impact. Pain. Then, silence. As he lay on the broken wood, he looked up. He saw Elena surface in the water, safe. Above her head, the red numbers spun wildly. 50 years. 60 years. 70 years. He smiled. His own timer hovered in his vision. Midnight. 5 years later. Elena sat in the same cafe. She looked healthy, vibrant, alive. She didn't know why she had survived that night. She didn't know why the stranger had saved her. She only knew she had been given a second chance. She ordered 2 coffees. She placed one on the empty chair opposite her. She felt a presence. She couldn't see the numbers. But if she could, she would see that everyone in the cafe had timers ticking down. Except for the faint, shimmering ghost of a man sitting across from her. Above his head, there was no number. Only the symbol for infinity. Infinity.